There she is. Good girl. All right, Ruthie. Saddle. 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 I know. Good girl. I know, it's hard for you. Oh, Bobo. She gets so high. Saddle. 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 Come here. All right. Good. So now that she's kind of gotten the creek and calmed down a little bit, why don't you try the pet corrector out the next time she thinks of jumping. Go ahead. Oh, you just squeeze the top. Yep, that's all. Okay. Good. There you go. Good. There you go. And you shouldn't have to force her down or anything, so we'll try again now. There you go. Much better. Good girl. There you go. Good. There we go. Good. Good girl. There you go. Much better. Good. There you go. Good. That went about as well as I figured it would. There you go. Much better. There you go. Good. So you can kind of see how that works. And there you go. And now go ahead and so when she comes by again, get ready. And when she comes up, go ahead and ask her. There you go. Okay. Good. There you go. Oh, no. Here, I'll give you this so it doesn't tell me yet. There you go. Good girl. Yeah, that initial energy is a lot, a lot for her. There you go. There you go. Oh, but now we're eating grass. Silly. Here, you want to give her a treat? There you go.
She's like, did I do good?
Eventually you did.
Eventually.
Good girl, I know. Right. You love your mom. It's okay. Did you want to use the bathroom before we go, or do you want to use
It's up to you. I don't want to make all your dogs go crazy.
Oh, it's okay. Here. A lot, right?
Yeah,
when your
right.
hand, and you should want to just mostly focus on her listening to you and maybe getting a treat for a reward. This just cuts out one thing and adds in another thing. All right.
Yep.
So now,
Okay.
oh yeah, don't let her go to that stuff to eat. There we go. See, now we're learning. Very good. I know, you go to mom now. This will take some reconditioning on her part. There you go. So now when she's pulling too much, my good. There it is. Good. There you go. Good girl. Perfect. Good girl. That way.
Like this length.
It's a little bit longer than your traditional one. Most are like 12 to 15. This is 26.
Oh, okay.
So it's a good medium. I like the actual training leash that's not retractable, but it just gets so dirty and it gets so tangled up. So this is like a happy compromise. I'll still only use this like in an open environment. Oh. Good girl. Good leave it. You did so good. Yeah. Yeah. Girl. And then I have to remember to tie it up together pretty nicely too before I wash it, or it could destroy your washing machine. Get all the clothes tangled up. Good girl. So work like the metal course here. Oh, good girl. There we go. Still get a little distracted along the way there. Good girl. What happens is, especially when we're on like a trail, is once I get her attention, I kind of do the thing when I reel her in, you know, either like continuously calling her or showing her a treat, and that'll help keep her from getting re-distracted. But like if you're like deep in the woods or something, you might have to like, you know, do it multiple times, kind of more like a radar or as a reminder, because you have to remember the further away that she is, the more distractions are gonna be in the way, that's all. But at least she stops pulling is the thing. Good girl. Very good. Oh. And are you ready to try out the last device?
Sure.
Okay, let's take her back to the car.
Should I block? I still shouldn't block it.
Oh, not unless you need to. We're kind of good with just kind of letting her explore unless she gets into something. I tried to make sure we're far enough away from like traffic that it shouldn't be of an issue, but if you wanted to, you know, just have her walk with you, you can. Just have her kind of do that heel work. That could actually be good too. It's like recall her from there and then keep her with you with the treats. There you go. There you go. And then before you lose her, have her refocus. Oh, there you go. She's done it anyways. There you go. And then just lock it or press it when she's closer. There you go. Good. It's okay. You won't have to get used to it because when you get your normal leash back, you'll either be on your like long leash for practice or your short leash anyways. That's the only problem with this kind too, is like it's a little finicky. And that's why I even like this one, because you can actually dial the distance.
Oh, that's very nice.
So like you don't have to worry about locking it. It can only go out to 6 feet or 15 feet or whatever. There you go. There you go. And lots of smells and distractions. Good. There you go. Good girl. Oh. Now you're starting to get into that zone where, you know, she does a lot of just the heel work. Very good. The good part about this setup and the training is that it's something that only happens or only should happen when you actually really need it. You know, when she actually really needs the correction or the redirection or the help, because she's so distracted and she's so energetic. Yeah, or at least like what I've done too is, and you'll see it in the hiking video, is we just used it on the way out, and then on the way back when she settled down, we didn't need it anymore. And I would, you know, if she starts acting at the end and just going back to normal leash work and pressure and things like that. Very good. She's like, thanks, bye. Relax. Oh, I'm surprised they actually opened it. Especially with the, I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. If they think it's okay, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna go swimming right now, but I'm sure I guess it'll be fine. There you go.
Do you use the harness part very much?
A little bit.
We don't end up needing it.
Yeah, she's doing really, really good.
I think her midday, somebody comes and walks her, and they like to use it just for extra security.
Gotcha.
But we don't use it.
Very good. Good, Wade. Very good. Very good.
I'll back up
Mhm.
on the sidewalk to get her attention when she gets.
It really helps, especially when she knows like you're re-engaging with her.
Yeah.
Then she'll re-engage with you. But then, when she thinks that you've checked out, she's like, okay, now I can go and explore again. Good girl.
And so every day we walk there and we use it as a little practice
Aw.
and she lets me go get the ring.
Oh, that's so perfect. That explains why she was so good with her weighting exercises
She
today.
has been practicing with biscuits.
Aw.
Really disappointed when they forget to leave them out. Why she was like running down the block and then I realized
There we go. There you go. Good. There you go. Good. Good. So you kind of see how it also combines with the training that we've done to help with her stopping the pulling. Good girl. There we go. Cool. Oh. Okay, I know. I'm such a sucker for it. I'm such a sucker. Here you go. You have any questions or anything you think your husband might have wanted us to go through? Oh no.
I think it'll take a little practice with this model. So, but I think we'll just have to get ourselves to do it when we get up to the lake and want to practice in the woods. It'll be a first. I think it's just
Yeah. And you just have to really,
use the retractable.
yeah. Just because you want her to really be super consistent in coming either all the way back or being excited to come back. Because what happened here is a good example of what will probably happen out in the woods, especially the further out you are, and if you're out along the site and things like that, it's going to be really hard for her because you're going to kind of radar her to come back in. But I think with enough practice, in time, she'll be able to track back because she's doing really good with it. Just needs practice. She's a good girl. She's smart. She likes being around with us, so that really helps too.
Yeah. Do you think so?
I've had her off leash a couple times, but
Uh-huh.
only in the court and things like that. And
Uh-huh.
there wasn't any risk of her
She's pretty-
running off.
She stays pretty close.
How about?
I wondered, so when we go up there is this whole expanse where she could go off. Are you suggesting we really just shouldn't do that at all until we've done a fair amount of practice on the lawn?
I always highly recommend that nobody ever completely go off leash, just because there might be critters out there. There might be other things that she haven't trained with her recall with.
Yeah.
The only exception would be if you're out daily, hunting dogs, things like that. When you're always out and know that area with her really
Yeah.
well. And she's been there 1,000 times, so it's like you're walking with her in the neighborhood.
That's a little bit
Then,
how this
you know.
is, but yeah, we don't let her off. And when we go other places hiking, we don't let her off.
Yeah.
That's why we need the pulling help, because we don't usually let her off. It's really just around our own property up there. Good girl.
Girl.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. And I've also like randomly dropped the leash too, and she just stops, comes
Uh-huh.
back on the recall. So
Uh-huh.
that's really good.
Yeah, she's pretty good about that. I've like dropped it by mistake before and just yelled wait and she stopped. So
Yeah.
just good girl.
Good girl. Aw. She definitely loves the pool.
I saw her trying to drag you in the water.
I was like, oh no.
That was very brave of both of them.
I had good faith in them. Like I said, it was a little difficult because, you know, she does get super excited, but it worked out. I wish I kind of had them on 2 separate long leads at that point though, but it's okay. It's glad that she could have some fun with her friend.
So you were once in a while doing a vibrate then or no?
Yeah, it's just every now and then the beep and the vibrate. Sometimes just the name, sometimes just the leash pressure. Most of the time, I would say, because I was trying to get her used to coming on the beep, like that would be the #1 thing we practiced the most. And then the vibrate when she like would ignore the beep, so I would then combine the two.
So you had a phone in your hand and 2 dogs off coming off of you?
Well, I had my girlfriend helping me on that hike, but I would usually just have her.
Practicing just with the beep.
Yeah. Just like with her name, you know.
Yeah.
Just repetition, good girl. She had plenty of fun as usual with her friends. She was always more than welcome to visit. Do you have any questions or anything else? You could always get back to me
Yeah,
too.
I think we'll
she
give
gets
it-
settled
we'll
in.
get- so next week is when I'm driving up to New York State and she'll be up there for like 2 months with us.
Oh,
So
miss you.
if we have issues, you know, with our woods practice, maybe we'll call you and just see if there's anything we're not doing right.
Oh, just let me know.
Okay.
I think she should be pretty all set though. Like she was really good before, but now she's like even better.
Yeah.
The only way she gets past this point too, like I said, is she starts doing those like hunting dog drills when you're really out and about for
Yeah.
long extended periods of time, further distance in deep woods.
Yeah.
I think that would be pretty much her final step, but she's almost just about there.
We'll be practicing not to
Yes. You could also just put this leash on as well because you'll know if she's pulling, she's too excited, and it'll also auto everything for you too. That way she doesn't have to have the canister in her hand. But like I said, she works really well with that too.
Yeah, she could just walk around with that.
Try to give you guys as many options as you
I
can.
think that's a good idea. Like we could practice a little with the, but my mom could just have it.
Yeah.
Without-
Good girl.
Oh.
Aw.
Like, are you talking about me?